Although the Boxster may be the cheapest Porsche that money can buy, it remains one of the best. It's a two-seater sports car with a mid-engine layout that's brilliant to drive, with strong engines and beautifully accurate manual and automatic gearboxes. There are only two versions of the Boxster available, and both are 6-cylinder petrols. The entry-level version is a 2.7 litre petrol, while the more powerful Boxster S is a 3.4. Naturally, the 3.4 litre option is the performer of the two, almost a second quicker to 60 and more responsive in Gear 2. But in isolation, the 2.7 has more than enough performance to keep most drivers happy. The standard suspension and wheels do a fine job of striking the right balance between ride comfort and tight body control, with the worst bumps and potholes soaked up with ease. Only constant imperfections really expose the stiffness of the chassis. For an even smoother experience, the optional PASM adaptive dampers make the ride comfier in normal driving and a touch more focused in sport mode. The track bias GTS model also comes with the no-cost option of a sport suspension setup, which drops the ride height by 20mm, but it's a little firm for UK roads. The steering is wonderfully accurate and very precise, giving just enough feedback to give the driver plenty of confidence. Turn into a bend and there's virtually no body roll and a massive amount of grip at both axles, so you can power out of corners without a hint of instability. PASM equipped models feel even more planted at speed. The Boxster also has a wonderfully broad range of talents and feels just at home pottering around town, where the steering is light enough to make parking easy. Although it has a fabric roof, the Boxster is well insulated, especially when compared to rivals which have folding metal roofs. With the roof up, most of the wind and road noise is filtered out, along with the worst of the elements. The large wide tyres do generate a bit of road noise at higher speeds though. Lower the roof, which you can do at low speed, and it does a great job of keeping both occupants relatively sheltered from the wind. But if you add the optional wind deflector, it certainly helps, so it's a shame you have to pay extra for it. Both engines sound great when you put your foot down, particularly with the optional sports exhaust system fitted. But it settles down to a refined burble when you're cruising along. Both gearboxes are close to perfect, though the auto can suddenly kick down several gears at once if you put the car into sport mode. The seats in the standard Boxster come with a manual handle for sliding back and forth, but it does have an electric backrest adjust. Finding a good position isn't tricky, and the seats are both comfortable enough and offer the level of support you need in a car that can corner like the Boxster. You can pay extra for the 14-way adjustable electric seats or sport seats though. The dashboard isn't particularly intuitive to use. There are buttons scattered all over the place, but once you get used to it, it does become second nature. Roadsters are notoriously hard to see out of with the roof up, with thick pillars, small rear windows and a low driving position, but the Boxster is better than most. It's easy to judge the width of the car, and while the rear screen is narrow, it still gives a good view of what's behind. Parking sensors are available as an option, with the choice of either reversing sensors, all-round sensors, or with a pack that includes a colour camera mounted on the boot. It's a top quality cabin too, with premium materials and high manufacturing standards. Although the Boxster is the cheapest car in the brand's range, you get solid high quality switchgear and well damped buttons. Everything feels like it's been tightly screwed together, and almost everything you touch in the cabin is covered in dense soft touch materials. It's a more special car to be in than even premium rivals. One of the few areas where the Boxster does not excel is space. While the driver and passenger will have plenty of head and leg room, it's in the other areas where it really struggles. There's nothing but bulkhead behind the front seats, and while some cars offer cubbies or cargo nets for additional storage, there's nothing like that in the Boxster. There are hooks on the back of the seat to hang jackets on, but if you're very tall or the jacket is quite thick, you'll have to forgo this too. There are a few storage areas in the cabin. There's two in the doors and one in the centre armrest, which is just about big enough for your phone. However, the door pockets are shallow with limited access and certainly don't have enough room for a water bottle or anything more than a set of keys or a wallet. The cup holders fold out of the dash and are a little over-engineered, although the glove box is a decent size. Total storage volume in the Boxster is quite good as it has two boots, one behind the engine and the other one in the nose. Between them you can store quite a decent amount of kit, but neither offers a massive amount of space, so anything larger than an overnight bag won't be possible. The fabric roof of the Boxster is separate from the loading bay, unlike in many rivals where the folded roof occupies some of the boot. Whether the roof is up or down, the amount you can carry in the Porsche stays the same. While the Boxster remains the cheapest Porsche you can buy, it's still a Porsche, so it's going to require some hefty investment and discounts are unlikely. Servicing, replacement parts and consumables will cost more than you might expect too. Still, it's reasonably efficient for a car this fast, so running costs are steep but not prohibitive. It'll hold on to its value well too. However, Porsche is notorious for offering very little equipment as standard, and this is true of the Boxster and Boxster S. Neither car has Bluetooth, cruise control, sat-nav, parking sensors, a DAB digital radio, or even floor mats as standard. Not only that, but adding these options separately is expensive, with few bundles of kit offered to lower the cost. And to protect the future value of your car, it's likely you'll have to add these. The GTS has a few choice goodies, but it's hardly good value. Assessing the Boxster's reliability is a bit tricky because it's not included in the JD Power Customer Satisfaction Survey, although the brand has traditionally finished poorly in the manufacturer standings. However, key rivals such as the Audi TT also perform badly, with a high number of problems reported. Mechanical reliability is usually a Porsche strong point, and the engines have been tried and tested for years. The Porsche Boxster is sensational to drive, beautifully built and looks and feels like a high quality product. The dearth of kit may rankle, but then this is a car built around the driver experience rather than electronic gizmos, and it's that reason alone that makes this one of the best open-top sports cars money can buy. For more information, search for the Porsche Boxster on whatcar.com, and for all our latest video road tests, click subscribe.